Back to Piedmont High School, F&M Bank Stadium, as we're about to get started for our boys matchup between the Enid Plainsmen and your Piedmont Wildcats. Let's go ahead and run through as they are captains are at midfield. Captains for the Wildcats, Talon Cope and Caden Pearson, as they have exchanged pleasantries and they are going to make their way back to their huddle here on the near side of the field as we're about to get started with this game. The Piedmont Wildcats 2-0 on the season so far. These Wildcats run a hybrid 4-3-2-1 formation. Don't always have four in the back. They do play a defensive midfielder, kind of an attacking midfielder as well. They like to play defensively and offensively out of the midfield. They're fronted by their two forwards up top that are also wingers. They kind of play forward wing position. That's number 7, Hiskia Pungawa, and number 13, Eric Gonzalez. So far on the season, Pungawa with 2 goals, no assists. In the midfield, this is where this team is strong. You've got Cambridge Corbin at the left midfield position. Kind of plays more of a defensive midfield position for the most part. For the Wildcats, he's got 1 goal and 2 assists on the season. These goals and assists do include the 2 preseason games for the Wildcats. The 2 preseason games, they also were 2-0. Also in the midfield, Ethan Brady Jr. Played in 4 games so far this season, the 2 exhibitions and the 2 regular season games. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists on the season. Stoddard Christensen also in the midfield, likes to play an attacking midfield position. Ismael Reyes as well in the midfield, right midfielder for the Wildcats, has got 1 goal and 1 assist on the season. In defense, for the Wildcats, you've got Tyler Vu, Kale Wolf, Caden Pearson, your captain, Bailey Hyde. Caden Pearson, the captain, Bailey Hyde at right back. So Caden Pearson, the right center back, Kale Wolf, the left center back, Tyler Vu, your left back. All 4 of those defenders are very, very strong defenders, and they are fronted as well. Between the pipes for the Wildcats, the starting kicker for the Wildcat football team and the starting goalkeeper and captain for the Wildcat soccer team, number 1, Talon Cope, has only allowed 1 goal so far this season, and that goal came in penalty kicks. He's got 4 clean sheets on his resume so far to start his 22 season. He's played in 4 games, 2 of those being exhibition games. He's got 1 goal against, 14 saves, 93% save percentage. So this team looks to work defensively in the midfield, in the back, and then, of course, they are fronted by their senior captain, goalkeeper, Talon Cope. As we have started this game, Wildcats will start with possession. Will look to work the ball in the backfield. They work the ball over to Wolf. Wolf will then look to pass to Vu, but he does not. He ends up turning around, pushing that ball all the way back to Cope. Cope pushes the ball to Wolf. Wolf pushes the ball to Vu. Vu will then push the ball up all the way to Corbin. Corbin will then get the ball back into the midfield and try to play a little 1-2 with Vu there as Vu was pushing forward for the Wildcats, and he's going to earn himself a throw in here. Looks to work quick as he moves that ball into Christensen. Christensen then moves the ball over to Brady, and the Wildcats will ultimately lose possession and then immediately regain possession back with Gonzalez, as Gonzalez was pushing all the way back from his wing forward position and is able to regain possession, and the Wildcats will then ultimately push the ball all the way back to Wolf. Wolf will then look to push the ball back into the midfield. Wildcats doing a good job of playing great possession here so far. Doing a good job in the midfield, pushing the ball from right to left as they get the ball all the way up from Cope to Reyes. Reyes will then look to try to play a direct ball down the line to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez is just going to let that one run out. Rather, the defender for the Plainsmen is going to let that one go out of bounds, and we're going to have a throw in here. Is going to have a throw in here for the Plainsmen on the far side of the field. Give me just 1 second. Just getting some instructions up here in the press box. Had to step away for just 1 second. I apologize about that, as I'm kind of doing double duty here for a second, running the clock and also trying to inform you of what's going on here, as it's a cold night here in Piedmont, Oklahoma. We talked about it earlier on the girls game, and the girls improved to 3-0 on the season with a 3-0 victory over the ladies as the Wildcats look to get the ball in here. It's a beautiful ball on the top of the box and a beautiful shot there. I believe that was Ethan Brady with the shot, and that ball was kicked right at the keeper, Oliver Castellanos, for the Plainsmen, junior keeper for the Plainsmen. As once again, the Wildcats will regain possession in the midfield, and I'll try to put another one on frame. That was Brady trying to put another one on frame. He's just unable to connect with anything on that one. The Plainsmen will regain possession in the defense here and look to push the ball forward, and they immediately give away possession again. Once again, the Wildcats will regain possession. Brady will push that all the way back to Vu. Vu will push it back to Wolf. Wolf will then look to try to play a direct ball deep, and that ball's deflected and regain possession for the Plainsmen. This Plainsman team very, very good. The Wildcats will regain possession again. Brady will look to play a direct ball forward to, I believe that was Gonzalez. I can't quite tell. It might have been the other midfielder, Cambridge Corbin. As I will try to see what the Wildcats are doing. Once again, they kind of play a hybrid 4-3-2-1 formation, and those midfielders rotate quite a bit, so you'll see a lot of the midfield between Corbin, Brady, Christensen, and Reyes pushing forward and also getting back on defense. So I'll do my best to try to keep you apprised of what is happening here at F&M Bank Stadium. As the Plainsmen will have a goal kick here. 36 minutes left to go, about 4 minutes into this game. That goal kick is pushed all the way forward, and the Wildcats will regain possession here on the near side with Vu. Vu will look to get that ball into Brady. Nothing going there. He will get the ball back and then push it all the way back to the captain, Caden Pearson. Pearson will look to push the ball to the far side to Bailey Hyde, and that one's a little bit too high. He's going to go out of bounds for a Plainsman throw. So try to regain myself and try to get things rolling again, as kind of got lulled to sleep in the second half of the girls' game as the Lady Wildcats had a big lead and didn't have to do much, as this ball is going to be pushed all the way forward for the Wildcats for Gonzalez. Gonzalez makes a move to the inside and then pushes it immediately back to the outside. A great play there by Gonzalez, and got around his defender and ultimately earned himself a Wildcat throw-in a great attacking position here, as the Wildcats will look to throw here. Brady will come to the sidelines for the throw-in, and now it looks like the referee has indicated that it was a foul, and so the Wildcats will have their first real set piece of the game here with a free kick in a great position, as Brady will look to get this one in the box. Brady crosses the ball in the box. It's there. It's headed away by the Plainsmen and ultimately cleared all the way down the field, as Caden Pearson is going to track this one down. Unable to do so, as he gives it right back to the Plainsmen, but then the Plainsmen immediately give it right back to the Wildcats, as Cale Wolf will look to push this ball forward, and he does so to Gonzalez. Ultimately went out of bounds for a Plainsman throw. Plainsmen will look to get this one in deep. That ball was thrown in to number 6, Giovanni Sanabria, senior forward for the Plainsmen, and he was smothered by 2 Wildcat defenders, and that ball trickled out of bounds for a Wildcat throw, but then ultimately was given right back to the Plainsmen for a Plainsman throw, and we are back to action here with the ball in the midfield. Beautiful run there by the Wildcats. Gonzalez working his way all the way back to that ball. Just unable to do much with it, as Gonzalez will push this ball all the way back to Wolf. Wolf will push the ball to Vu. Vu will then push the ball forward to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will drop back and push it all the way back to Wolf. Wolf will then look for a direct pass all the way across the field to Hyde. It's a beautiful pass, as Hyde will then look to try to get into an attacking position here. He ultimately pushes the ball all the way over to the far side of the field to Pungawa. Pungawa earns himself a throw-in on the far side of the field. So a good bit of possession and a good bit of play here by the Wildcats so far. Doing a great job of possessing the ball which they do well, playing really good defensively. I noticed that in the girls' game. Both of these Wildcat teams are ball hawks when it comes to defense. Anytime there's a free ball or Plainsman defender has the ball, 2 or 3 Wildcats are there to try to regain possession. As one of the Wildcat players took a nasty fall there. He appears to be okay, and he gets back up as the Plainsmen are looking for a push in the midfield, not going to earn themselves a free kick. It appears to be number 4, rather that would be number 6, Giovanni Sanabria, was looking for himself a free kick, unable to earn it. So the Wildcats will look to clear this ball, and they do so. Ball now on the far side. Dangerous play here for the Plainsmen, and that ball is deflected out of bounds for a Plainsman throw. So just about 9 minutes into this game. Still 0-0. Wildcats dominating possession, but the Plainsmen with a good bit of offense here as they are going to try to possess the ball and try to get something going offensively. The ball once again is deflected to the near side here. Ball deflected to the near side here to Felipe Gomez. Gomez gets around his man Gonzalez and then tries to get a ball inside, but before he's able to pass that ball, we've got a free kick opportunity once again for the Plainsmen with a foul on the Wildcats. A couple of Plainsmen back to take this free kick as they're having a discussion. That's 2 Plainsmen players here on the near side. Miguel Chavez, midfielder, and number 8, Armando Vega, also midfielder. Vega will play the ball to Chavez, but before the referee blew his whistle, as he was getting things situated with the Wildcat defenders here, he's going to pull that ball all the way back, and Armando Vega will now stand over this ball for the free kick for the Plainsmen from a good bit out, about 40 yards out. Vega with the free kick inside. That's a free ball. Jumping to try to make some play was Alejandro Esordia. All the way back from his defensive position, his center back position, pushed forward there for that free kick. Unable to get anything on it. It will trickle out of bounds for a goal kick to Cope. Cope will think about playing it short, and then he'll back up, and looks like he's going to play this one deep. Got a whistle. Not sure what happened here. I think he's telling Cope that the ball was either moving and or not set at the 6-yard box. Cope was maybe trying to get a couple extra yards, but it didn't quite matter because he was playing out of the back all the way over to Cale Wolf, his center back, as now he will look to play forward to the midfield. Gets that ball all the way forward to Tyler Vu. Vu will then push it back to Wolf. Wolf will then push it forward to Brady. Brady will then have the ball deflected out of bounds off of Chavez for a throw-in. He'll immediately take that throw-in and get it in. Brady takes a fall, and he's going to earn himself a free kick here as he had 2 Plainsmen's defenders, Chavez and Sanabria, right on top of him, and he's going to take a free kick here at about midfield. Cale Wolf standing over this ball, getting some instruction from his coach, the goalkeeper coach. That's Bruno da Silva down there, giving him some instruction, telling him what to do. Wolf will then look to play this ball deep. It's a long, driven, deep ball to the back post, deflected and regained on the near side here by the Wildcats. Across in, nobody there but Plainsmen, as the Plainsmen are able to clean that one up, as that was a nicely crossed ball for the Wildcats. Once again, played back to the near side here to Gonzalez. Gonzalez just unable to bring that one in. And that was actually not Gonzalez. That was Ismael Reyes moving all the way from his right midfield position all the way over to the left-hand side here on the near side. It's a free kick for the Plainsmen. The Plainsmen will take that free kick deep, and all the way back there to the back line was Cale Wolf, as now Gonzalez will look to work himself in the wing position. He looks for an entry pass, unable to make that pass. Wildcats regain possession. as Gonzalez and Stoddard Christensen will replace each other, and that's a decent attempt. I guess I should say decent. It was well wide. Wildcats taking a early shot here from a good 35, 40 yards out. So once again, Coach Da Silva on the sideline talking to Eric Gonzalez, giving him some instruction as we get ready for another free kick for the Plainsmen. Castellanos will take this free kick short to the near side, play it back to the left back, and Plainsmen will look to play direct. And nothing going once again as that ball is deflected out of bounds for a Wildcat throw. Reyes with the throw in. Get that ball in to the near side to Pungawa. Pungawa will look to get an entry pass. Nothing going. The Plainsmen will regain possession. That ball once again deflected, and the Plainsmen will look to play deep. They do so to their forward. Nothing going there as the Wildcats will regain possession and look to play out of the back here. Pearson looks to play direct deep into the midfield, and he does so. Wildcats unable to gain possession. And ultimately, once again, playing like ball hawks, just immediately regaining possession. As Tyler Vu will have the ball here, and he will look to make something happen. He collides with his own teammate. That's Gonzalez. Gonzalez now in the wing position, trying to beat his man, takes on two Plainsmen defenders and loses the ball. Ball's played all the way back to Wolf. Wolf will then look to play a direct pass into the midfield to Brady. Brady with the ball, then pushes all the way to the far side to Pungawa. Pungawa unable to bring the ball in, and that one's going to trickle out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. Plainsmen look to get this one in, and they do so on the far side. So look to play into the midfield. A lot of space here for the Plainsmen. Pearson did a good job, or Pearson rather, Brady did a good job of closing the space, making him make a decision. That's a bad ball given up in the midfield. That ball's pushed forward to Brady. Brady shoved off the ball, unable to make a play, gets back into the play, gets the ball back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez at the top of the box looks for a shot. That ball's deflected. It's free at the midfield. Brady with a shot. Nothing going there for the Wildcats, as that was an easy save for Castellanos, but a great play by the Wildcats and a great play by Brady there in the midfield to try to make something happen here in the early going for the Wildcats. 25th, 25 minutes left to go here in the first half. Try not to get Brady and Christensen confused. Both of them, their numbers look exactly the same, and they both play in the midfield. So try not to get both of those confused for you. That ball is played directly back to Tyler Vu. Tyler Vu heads it down, and the Plainsmen regain possession. Gonzalez and the Wildcats doing a good job of applying pressure here on the Plainsmen. The Plainsmen then ultimately give away possession here on the near side for a Wildcat throw. Gonzalez will look to take this throw, and then now Tyler Vu will come up and take the throw for the Wildcats. Vu will then push the ball to the midfield. To Cambridge Corbin. Corbin will then push the ball back to Wolf. Wolf will then push the ball forward. Wildcats looking for another long shot here. Nothing going, but the ball is going to be deflected for a Wildcat corner. The Wildcats with their first corner of the game, second set piece of the game. They had a free kick on the near side here, moving left to right, as they will now look to push this corner from the far side across into the box and get something going here, as the Wildcats have 4 offensive players standing at the midfield ready to pounce on this free kick. Now 5 as the short corner player makes his way back in. The ball is crossed over to the far side, down and free. That was Corbin that was able to contain the ball, as he then gets the ball back from Wolf. Wolf will then make his way back. Rather, that was Bailey Hyde from his right back position. Hyde will then push his way back all the way to the back side, as we got another cross coming in for the Wildcats, but nothing going on that one. It's going to be out of bounds for a Plainsman goal kick. Try to catch my breath here as I'm the only one. I got no color, guys, so I'm trying to, give you all the calls and keep the action going for you tonight. Appreciate everybody listening in and watching the games this evening here at Piedmont High School, here on Piedmont Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle TV. Big thank you to all of our administration and the great team we have here in Piedmont. As that free kick is pushed all the way to the back line, Corbin is able to try to contain it, and the midfield is able to do just that. That ball is pushed all the way back to Wolf, and Wolf looks to push forward to Gonzalez. Gonzalez now looking to make a play. It looked like he tried to hit that one off of a Plainsman defender, just unable to do so, as the Plainsman will immediately start play again with the throw in. Plainsman with the ball. A little bit of a dangerous play there for Gonzalez, and Brady pushes off his defender. He's going to be called for a foul and a free kick for the Plainsman. Ethan Brady so far on the season, 1 goal, 2 assists. As he once again is going to be called for another foul here at about the 35-yard line. I say 35-yard line. We'll play on our football field, of course, and I have all of our markers. I have all the football markers, so just for reference, it makes it a little bit easier to keep track of where everything is. So right at about the 35-yard line is where this free kick will happen, 36-yard line for the Plainsmen. Looks like Raymond Gonzalez for the Plainsmen will take this free kick. He gets it forward. Nothing going as that ball is then cleared up into the air by the Wildcats. Wildcats will look to gain possession here. That ball is going to trickle all the way back into the box for Castellanos. And Castellanos will bring that in. He looks to get things going again as he's going to play it short and direct to his back line here. Plainsman with the ball in the midfield on the far side, looking to push it forward, unable to do so as Wildcats will regain possession in the midfield with Tyler Vu. Tyler Vu will then try to push it forward over to Christensen. Christensen unable to bring that one in. The ball once again nearly taken by Vu. Vu all over the place tonight. Left back playing midfield. Again, we play this hybrid 4-3-2-1 formation, and a lot of players that move around and move and play a lot of different positions. Tyler Vu will then regain possession here on the near side. Vu will then look to push the ball forward to Corbin. Corbin will then look to push the ball all the way back to the far side to Bailey Hyde. Bailey Hyde from his right back position making a bit of a run here forward as he's looking to take on his defender, and he does so beautifully. He's going to try to take a shot from about 30 yards out, and that one's deflected, and the Plainsmen will regain possession. Plainsmen with possession in the midfield, surely going to be called for a foul here, and that is the case as Stoddard Christensen was trying to make his way back towards the defender at the midfield, and he's going to be booked. Maybe not. Okay, so just a talking to for Christensen by the referee. Referee doesn't reach for his pocketbook just yet. Probably just a little bit of a warning there. As the Plainsmen will then look to play the goal kick direct. Do so, and unable to go up and get that one was Giovanni Sanabria. Sanabria then taken off the ball by Caden Pearson. Strong defender back there for the Wildcats. Pearson, senior captain of this team, along with his goalkeeper, Talon Cope. As the Plainsmen will regain possession here in the midfield, looking for an entry pass in to number 6, Giovanni Sanabria. Sanabria looking to take on multiple defenders. Will push the ball all the way to the far side, or on the near side, rather. He'll look to try to make a fancy play, unable to do so, and that ball is cleared away by the Wildcats. Ultimately, the Plainsmen then try to get the ball back into David Smith, pushed all the way forward, unable to do so. Rather, that was number 7, Oswaldo Herrera, for the Plainsmen. Ultimately, that ball is pushed out of bounds, and Wildcats are going to have their first change. Number 11, Ethan Shelton, freshman, entering the game. He's going to enter the game here for, I believe that is Christensen. Ethan Shelton, a freshman forward for the Wildcats. Stoddard Christensen will get his first break of the game. Plainsmen looking for possession. The attacking third, just unable to get anything going. Shelton with his first action, unable to make anything of it. The ball's going to trickle around in the midfield. Wildcats looking for a call, unable to get it, as that was kind of a dangerous play as a Plainsman defender went to the ground and took out the Wildcat attacker to no avail from the referee. Plainsman will look to play direct. That ball's all the way back to Pearson. Pearson does a good job of collecting it and clearing it away. And now we're going to have a foul called on Cambridge Corbin as he collided with the Plainsman attacker. I believe that was number 9. It looked like Giovanni Lupercio. And so the Plainsmen will have another free kick opportunity here from about 25 yards out. Plainsmen with the free kick. That ball's hit directly at Talon Cope. No harm, no foul as Cope brings that one in, goes to the ground, and will now look to play possession out of the back with a quick rollout to his right back. That ball into Corbin. Corbin unable to bring that one in as he immediately loses possession for the Wildcats. Plainsmen now working the ball in the midfield. Will look to work to the far side. The ball's deflected off of a Wildcat defender back into the hands of the Plainsmen, the feed rather of the Plainsmen. As the Plainsmen will now try to work on the far side as Tyler Vu overextended himself and got caught out a little bit there as Lupercio was able to collect that ball on the near side and earn himself a throw-in. 15 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. Score still knotted up at 0. The Plainsmen will look to take this throw in as they get the ball inside, and that ball is immediately cleared away by the Wildcats. This ball played forward for the entry Shelton. Kicked out of bounds by the back line of the Plainsmen, and the Wildcats will earn themselves a throw in as Tyler Vu will come up to take it. Vu's looking for 4 players. He'll look to get this one deep into Shelton. Shelton jumped over the top of, no foul call, but out of bounds off the Plainsman defender. That was number 19, Pablo Vargas. Or rather, that was might have been number 12, Alejandro Sordia. Might have made some changes. I didn't see any changes made on the other side, but now the ref is going to bring it back for a free kick for the Wildcats. So Shelton did earn himself the free kick there. The Wildcats will take this one direct. That ball is placed into the far side. It's a couple of Wildcat attackers were looking to get on the end of that, just unable to do so as that ball was played in by junior left center back Cale Wolf. Beautiful ball placed in. Nice floating ball into the backside. Just no Wildcats able to get up and make any connection with it. That will trickle past the goal line for a goal kick for the Plainsmen. Castellanos will immediately take this one quickly. The Wildcats will regain possession in the midfield as they've got a decent chance here, looking to get the ball in direct. The ball's played direct in, and that's going to be a shot and a goal for the Wildcats. A beautiful pass and a beautiful finish as the Wildcats are going to take themselves a 1-0 lead here early in the game. I say early. I keep saying early. He's got a 13:40 left in the first half. The Wildcats are going to put that one on the board. That was a beautiful pass into the box, and goalkeeper was stuck out on his line. Castellanos didn't know what to do, and that's going to be an early 1-0 lead for the Wildcats. Once again, capitalizing on your opportunities. First really, really, really good chance for the Wildcats. Good to see them get that one on the board. That ball's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Plainsmen for a throw in for the Wildcats. Vu's looking for opportunities here. So he'll push that ball forward, push the ball back to Vu. Nothing going there. Gonzalez tries to get that one back, and Kale Wolf will collect this one and get it up into Corbin. Corbin will then push it wide to Hyde. Hyde will then try to look to push forward to Shelton. Shelton unable to gather it. And Brady hit that one very wide, off target, and out for a goal kick. Again, Wildcats able to regain possession quite a lot in the midfield, just like they did on that last opportunity in goal. 12:30 left to go here in the first half. Wildcats on top of the Plainsmen 1-0. Castellanos will take this goal kick, go deep, deflected, and regain possession for the Plainsmen. Back to Pearson. Pearson regains possession, tries to get the ball over to Brady. Brady unable to do anything with it as he tries to look forward for his Wildcat attackers. This ball cleared away. Gonzalez over Gonzalez's head and out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. That ball's going to be thrown in, and Gonzalez is able to go up and gather that as Shelton's looking to get into the box here, and he's going to be fended off by the Plainsman defenders, and that ball's going to be pushed out of bounds for a Wildcat throw-in. So the Wildcats are actually going to get an opportunity here again as that ball is going to be pulled back off of a foul. The Wildcats are going to have another free kick here about 15 yards or so out, just outside of the box here. So that one's going to be taken, pushed well over the net. That was Ismael Reyes with the free kick. No harm, no foul for the Plainsmen there. Reyes, the left-footed. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist on the season so far. The Plainsmen will regain possession and look to play direct into the midfield deep. Wildcats regain possession. Wolf over to Vu. Vu now pushing forward down the left sideline. Look to get that ball into Gonzalez. Nothing going there. Wildcats do regain possession with Corbin. Corbin pushes it back to Wolf. Wolf pushes it all the way forward to Reyes. Reyes then loses possession back to the Plainsmen as the Plainsmen will now look to try to push this ball forward at midfield. Nothing going so far for the Plainsmen as the Plainsmen will then have the nice little triangle 1-2 going. Push that ball all the way back to Zachary Finnegan, their defender. Now the Plainsmen with the ball on the far side, looking to play direct to Giovanni Lupercio. Lupercio, nothing going. The Wildcats able to get that one out as Vu came back and pushed it out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. Plainsman immediately back with it. Gomez with the ball, pushes the ball into the midfield to Casillas. Casillas then pushes the ball over to the far side. Wildcats regain possession here. Brady will look to push this ball forward to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with possession tries to get around his man and push back into the midfield, and that ball goes out of bounds for a Wildcat throw-in off of Felipe Gomez. Tyler Vu up to take this throw in. Gets the ball into Corbin. Corbin then tries to get the ball into the box. There's a high ball as the Wildcats are going to get called for a foul here. I believe that looked like Reyes knocked his defender off of the ball, shot the ball and scored, but there was a foul called before. Castellanos will push this goal kick forward. Another foul called on the Wildcats at midfield. Another free kick for the Plainsmen. Finnegan standing over this free kick. Looks at his deep defenders and will then push this one all the way into the box. And that one's free for the Plainsmen, and it's going to be a goal. That ball was not cleared properly by the back line for the Wildcats, and it was given up in the midfield right at the top of the box. Free pickings for the Plainsmen, and the Plainsmen are going to knot it up here at 1 with 7:22 left to go here in the first half. Didn't quite see who scored that one for the Plainsmen. Zachary Finnegan, the senior defender for the Plainsmen, with the free kick from midfield and put it in a dangerous area, and the Wildcats unable to clean that one up. And free opportunity and a goal for the Plainsmen. Wolf with the ball will push it back to Cope. Cope back to Wolf here on the near side. Wolf will then push the ball forward to Vu. Vu with a lot of space out in front of him. Look to push forward. He does to Gonzalez. Gonzalez then to Shelton. Shelton tried the 1-2 as Vu was free down the sideline, and Gonzalez took a nasty bump there, and he's gingerly limping here on the near sideline. Ball was pushed all the way forward back into the box for Castellanos for the Plainsmen. Castellanos will look to play short and immediately gave possession back up to the Wildcats, but kind of a weird ball, and Gonzalez was unable to bring that one in. It goes out of bounds for a Plainsman throw. So 6:19 left to go here in the first half. It's been all Wildcats up until this last free kick that was earned for the Plainsmen from midfield and put the ball into a dangerous position and tied it up at 1. So Wildcats, Pearson up to take this one from his center back position. Pushes it all the way forward, and Shelton with the head tries to regain possession, is able to do so, but then immediately loses possession of the ball to the Plainsmen. Plainsmen now pushing forward from the midfield, taking a bump. No foul called. As the Plainsmen now got a lot of space here in the midfield. Good job there by Cale Wolf to push all the way forward as Gonzalez will now look to take his man one-on-one, unable to get around him. Immediately gives possession back to the Plainsmen. But before that, we're going to have another foul called on the Wildcats. Foul called once again on Ethan Brady for the Wildcats. Brady not happy about that one. This ball's going to be pushed right back into Shelton. Shelton there by himself will bring it back and try to regain possession for the Wildcats. Immediately loses possession as he's unable to find his teammate on the entry pass. Plainsman with the ball in midfield, taking on 2 defenders. Pushes the ball forward. We got a shot that's going to go just wide as Talon Cope was sliding from his left to his right, and that ball is going to just trickle past the left post. That shot by number 9, Giovanni Lupercio for the Plainsmen. Nevertheless, he was called offsides as this ball will then be pushed forward for Wolf to take the free kick. Wolf takes the free kick, and Vu was not paying attention, and that ball is going to trickle out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. Gomez to take it. Gomez gets it in to Smith. Immediately gives possession back to the Wildcats. Taking on defenders is Ethan Brady. Ethan Brady earns himself a free kick in the midfield. Kel Wolf stands over this ball right at the 50-yard line. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the half. So Wolf will take this one deep. We'll push it all the way forward. 2 Wildcats, 1 Plainsman there. The Plainsman defender gets his head on the ball and is able to clear. Now, a bit of a tricky situation for the Wildcats as the Plainsmen got 4 attackers and only 3 defenders back for the Wildcats, but the Wildcats able to regain their composure. Ultimately, another free kick given to the Plainsmen as Miguel Chavez will earn himself a free kick at about the 30-yard line for the Plainsmen. So another dangerous free kick position here for the Plainsmen. 4 attackers, 5 attackers pushed forward for the Plainsmen for this free kick. Chavez will take it. That ball is pushed in forward, and Cope is having to make a beautiful diving save from his left to his right and is able to do just that. Push the ball down, pushes it forward. Gonzalez will look to try to get this ball, and he goes right around his defender, but heavy touch down the sideline will trickle out of bounds. It was a beautiful play by Gonzalez to kind of fake his defender like he's going to go inside. And then now the head official is going to call it a throw-in for the Wildcats. They're going to bring this one all the way back and call it a free kick now. So Gonzalez earns himself a free kick as Cale Wolf is getting instruction from his coach, Coach Furman. Coach Furman giving Cale instruction, and he's now going to push this ball all the way forward. Driving ball, 3 Wildcat attackers on the far side. The Wildcats are able to get their head on that one, but nothing going, as that was an easy save for Castellanos. Castellanos then immediately gets the ball back into play with the goal kick, the goalie kick. Ball's going to trickle into the midfield. Plainsman had an attacker back and charging. That is number 9, Giovanni Lupercio. Lupercio earns himself a throw-in for the Plainsman. Lupercio will get this one back in. Played into the box. Free ball cleared away by the Wildcats. Caden Pearson with that clear. So Plainsman will now look to play this ball in. Play back to Finnegan. Finnegan will then use that big leg of his to push that ball all the way forward to Herrera. Herrera will then kick it off of Wildcat defender and out of bounds on the far side for a Plainsman throw-in. 40 seconds left to go here in the half. All knotted up at ones as the Plainsmans are threatening again here. That ball is going to be cleared away by the Wildcats all the way to midfield. Back to Finnegan. Finnegan will then try to take his defender on, as does just so. Gave away possession slightly to Brady. Brady pushing all the way forward, trying to put pressure on the Plainsman defender, and is unable to do so as the Plainsman will work on the far side of the field. Will look to try to get one more opportunity here. They will not be able to do so as that ball is then ultimately pushed out of bounds by Bailey Hyde. 5 seconds left to go until half, and that will push us to halftime. Your halftime score 1-1 here at F&M Bank Stadium. The Wildcats strike first, and then the Plainsmen strike on a free kick from midfield, a ball that was left for anybody at the top of the box, and we go to halftime tied up at 1. This is Piedmont Wildcat Soccer right here on Piedmont Wildcat TV, powered by Squirtle TV. We'll be back here in about 5 or 6 minutes or so for the second half. Welcome back to F&M Bank Stadium for the second half of the boys matchup here between the Enid Plainsmen and your Piedmont Wildcats. 1-1 at halftime. Eric Gonzalez, the lone goal scorer for the Wildcats, off of a free opportunity ball that was pushed into the midfield and not cleared away, and just him and the goalie, Castellanos, and so the Wildcats got on the board early in this one. Plainsmen struck back in about the 30th minute or so. As we're going to get started here in the second half, and the Plainsmen immediately going to push this ball all the way forward and into the hands of Talon Cope. Cope is then going to push the ball all the way back over to his left back, Vu. Or Wolf, rather. As we get things started back here in the second half, as the Plainsmen will look to get this ball inside, just outside of the box. That's going to be a shot taken by Oswaldo Herrera. And that one's going to be well wide to the left side of Cope, to the right side of the goal for a goal kick. Cope will look to play this one. Cope gets this ball all the way over to Hyde. Hyde able to make a play, gets the ball forward to Pongawa. Pongawa making his way, a beautiful play, and he is taken out. No foul called. Pongawa was taken out there by Oswaldo Herrera. No foul called. As now the Plainsmen will look to get into the box, and they make a dangerous pass. That was a pass by Oswaldo Herrera as he was pushed forward all the way. Beautiful entry pass, wide open goal for Giovanni Lupercio, the forward senior for the Plainsmen, and he just pushes it wide and above the goal. My goodness, what an early opportunity for the Plainsmen. Nothing going offensively, though, as he's not able to put that one on frame, as that was a beautiful entry pass from the left wing position for Herrera all the way over to his fellow forward, Lupercio, and Lupercio gave one away there. So we get play started back. Wolf with the ball back into Brady. So Wildcats give away possession here in the midfield. Herrera with the little dance and quite a collision on the left side, and it's going to be a free kick awarded to the Plainsmen. Both coaches on the sideline for the Wildcats, both De Silva and Furman, not happy about that one. Unhappy with the call, nevertheless. It's going to be a free kick awarded to the Plainsmen in a very dangerous position right at the top of the box. As Coach Furman is getting some instruction from the referee as far as why he did call that call. So we've got dangerous position here just outside the 18-yard box for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen take the free kick. That one's kicked all the way in and fisted away by Talon Cope. A beautiful save from Cope. Saved a sure goal there, as the Plainsmen did have one attacker right on top of him. That's a beautiful save there for Talon Cope off of a great free kick by the Plainsmen. That'll be fisted away for a Plainsman free kick, for a Plainsman corner kick, rather, I should say. Plainsman's first corner kick of the game, as they're going to get this one into the box. That one's headed away by Eric Shelton. Shelton's still in the game for the Wildcats. Shelton heads that one away for a second Plainsman corner. This one now driven in, headed off of the crossbar, tried to kick back in, and then ultimately cleared away by the Wildcats. And now the Wildcats will look to push forward. Pungawa pushing forward, gets slide tackled, but got to the ball first. Was the Plainsman defender, Jonathan Gomez. Jonathan Gomez gets to the ball and kicks it out of bounds, but what a beautiful play there by the Plainsman on that corner kick. Got the ball in, got the free header off the crossbar, and unable to do anything with the rebound. Wildcats now with the ball in the midfield looking to make something happen. Pushes it over to Pungawa. Pungawa tries to beat his defender, unable to do so, and gives away possession to the Plainsmen. Plainsmen ultimately give possession away again to the Wildcats. Pungawa now again trying to take on 3 defenders. Looks for a call, doesn't get it, and the Plainsmen will take over possession of the ball in the midfield. Plainsmen with the ball will push it forward all the way to Herrera. Herrera will then try to push it all the way down. Is pushed off of the ball by the left back Bailey Hyde. Now pushed over on the right-hand side. So it looks like Hyde and Corbin will look to work together here on this side of the field, and ultimately the referee will give it as a throw-in to the Wildcats. Corbin with the throw-in, or rather Hyde with the throw-in to Corbin. Corbin will push it forward to Shelton. Shelton taken off of the ball in the midfield by the Plainsmen. Plainsmen will look to have a little bit of possession here in the midfield, but give it right back to the Wildcats. Wildcats pushing forward in a bit of a dangerous position there, trying to get something going offensively, unable to do so. Wildcats with the ball and cleared away by Cale Wolf in the direction of his 2 offensive players. Brady earns the ball. Pushed off the ball for our throw-in was Christensen. A bit of a high kick there, and it is going to be called. Going to be a free kick for the Plainsmen at midfield. And now the referee is going to make the decision to award the free kick to the Wildcats, which is the correct call because that was a high kick on the Plainsmen. I initially called that as a free kick for the Plainsmen, but it is going to be a free kick for the Wildcats. Look to see there is a Wildcat player in the game that I'm not quite sure who it is. I will grab the roster here and see if I can figure it out. Might be number 20, Corbin Wooten. I can't quite tell. I'll try to see that number here in just a minute. Could be number 22. I don't have number 22 on the roster. I have a 22 here, but I do not have a name. So I'll work to try to get that number and that name if I can. Definitely is number 22, but there is no name for number 22 on the roster here for the Wildcats. So I will refer to him as number 22. As Plainsmen will have a goal kick. Castellanos will take this for the Plainsmen, and here in the early going, about 9 minutes into the second half, still knotted up at 1. Goal kick to midfield. Header won by the Wildcats. Ball kind of trickles around, and that ball will fall in the area of Brady. Brady will take a shot, a diving save by Castellanos. That was a beautiful shot towards the right post. Castellanos had to dive from his right to his left to make the save, or that was going to be 2-1 Wildcats. Wildcats look to gain possession back here as that ball's pushed back to Corbin, and Corbin looks for his teammate and pushes it out of bounds. Talon Cope with the ball. So I try to gather some intel and find out if I can see who this number 22 is, as the Wildcats will look to push this ball all the way forward. Bailey Hyde from his right back position pushing forward, unable to gain possession of the ball for the Wildcats. 3 Wildcat attackers on the ball. As Corbin will win the ball and immediately give it right back to the Plainsmen. Plainsmen will look to play possession from the back here with Gomez. Gomez will push the ball forward to Vega. Vega will then push the ball forward to Herrera, and Herrera will then push the ball all the way into the midfield and give away possession to the Wildcats, as Cale Wolf will then push up from his center back position and try to make a play into his attacker, Ethan Brady. Brady sure did look like he was going to make this game 2-1 a few seconds ago. Great save by Castellanos. As both teams will exchange possession and the ball will be kicked out of bounds on the near side for a Wildcat throw-in. Hyde will push up for the throw-in here as he gets some instruction from his coaching staff. Gets that ball all the way forward towards the area of Brady. Back to Hyde. Hyde regains possession. The Wildcats will look to flank as a sliding defender from his center back position. Raymond Gonzalez comes all the way over to the near side and pushes that ball out of bounds for another Wildcat throw-in. Bailey Hyde will take this throw-in for the Wildcats. Look to get this ball all the way into the midfield from Reyes. Reyes taken off the ball, and that ball is pushed all the way back to the defensive back line to Wolf. Wolf over to Pearson. Pearson looking for players, tries to play the ball deep and direct, unable to do so. Makes a diving attempt at clearing the ball, and he's going to be called offsides as the Plainsman, that's number 4, David Smith, called offsides on the entry. Dangerous play there. Caden Pearson pushed up, was looking to get the ball in deep to Brady, and gave possession away in the midfield. Lucky to get away with that one. Cope up to take the free kick. That kick pushed all the way deep. Possession to the Plainsmen. Beautiful pass here for the Plainsmen. Onside is number 7. Pushed forward. Shot on goal. No good. Second attempt is good. That was Oswaldo Herrera who pushed the ball forward, got into a dangerous position, crossed the ball. The initial shot was headed off the crossbar. A second Plainsman was there to clean it up. The Plainsmen are going to take a 2-1 lead here about 13 minutes into the second half. Two Plainsmen there, and they capitalize off of a great opportunity. They're going to take a 2-1 lead with 27 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in this game. Into the game for the Wildcats, back into the game, is number 10, Ismael Reyes. Reyes will re-enter, and Wildcats will get things started back again. Ball back in the back with Hyde. Hyde over to Pearson. Pearson over to Wolf. Wolf pushes the ball forward into the midfield to Reyes. Reyes makes a nice play and pushes it over to Corbin. Corbin over to Hyde. Hyde able to gather and then pushes the ball all the way forward looking for Brady. Nothing going. Ball kicked out of bounds for a Wildcat throw-in. This ball thrown in towards the area of Reyes. Nothing going there. Shelton, now looking to regain possession, is able to do so. Immediately given back to the Plainsmen. Plainsmen will then push the ball all the way deep, and that will be in the box for Cope. Cope will not play the ball with his hands. He'll just take it and push it all the way forward to Hyde, a little bit over his head. Hyde had to make a tough play. He gets the ball into the midfield to Brady. Brady now pushing the ball forward. All the way to Christensen. Christensen corner, crossed over. Free ball cleared away by the Plainsmen. Great opportunity for the Wildcats to try to get this one back, knotted up at 2. Because this is a non-district game, this game, if it were tied at the end of this period, would go straight to penalty kicks. District games do have two 15-minute golden goal halves. Because this is non-district, it would go straight to penalty kicks. Got to get there first. Plainsman back with possession of the ball, playing out of the back. Back into the midfield, pushes it back to the near side. Looking for a direct ball once again. Looking for Herrera. Herrera unable to make the play. Wildcats with the ball on the near side. Brady with the ball. Looks to get it over to Christensen. Nothing going. Out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. Brady a little unhappy with that pass by himself. Wildcats will look to make another change here as Shelton is going to come back out and Gonzalez will re-enter for the Wildcats. Some good minutes from Eric Shelton. Rather, Ethan Shelton, I apologize. Good minutes from Ethan Shelton. Eric Gonzalez back in the game. Gonzalez with his first action again is going to get the ball on the far side. Try to take his man on the left side. See if he can get a cross in here. Unable to do so as that ball is going to be out of bounds for a Wildcat throw-in. Plainsman looking to go quick here as they've got the ball in the midfield, taking on two Wildcat defenders. The Wildcats will earn the ball, but then immediately give it right back to the Plainsman and Finnegan. Finnegan will push the ball forward. Plainsman will push the ball back. Back into the midfield. Takes a look, pushes it forward to the midfield. Herrera with the ball. Herrera looking for a direct pass. Plainsman defender in. Talon Cope having to come up from his goalkeeper position off the line. Tries to clear it away. Unable to do so, and then is able to regain possession in the box and gets it out. Another dangerous play for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen by far the better team here in the second half. Two great opportunities. You're about 17 minutes into the second half. 23 minutes left to go here in the second half. 2-1 in favor of the Plainsmen. The ball will go out of bounds for a Wildcat throw-in. And the referee has changed his mind. He's going to give the ball back to the Plainsmen for a Plainsman throw-in. Plainsmen making some substitutions. On the far side, Finnegan. Zachary Finnegan will come out of the game. The ball's into Herrera. Herrera looking to make a play, and he does so. What a beautiful goal there by Oswaldo Herrera as he took on two Wildcat defenders and took a shot from the 18-yard box. Puts it upper 90 left side. Talon Cope is a little upset about that one, and the Plainsmen are going to take a 3-1 lead here with 22 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the second half. Plainsmen with three real attacking opportunities here in the second half and put two of them on the board to take a 3-1 lead after we went into halftime 1-1. See if the Wildcats can rebound here. Just got to settle down a little bit. Regain your composure. Not out of this game yet. Not playing sound defense here in the second half is giving away two great goal-scoring opportunities, and the Plainsmen capitalizing off those goal-scoring opportunities to take a 2-goal lead. Wildcats with possession. Look to play direct. Winning the ball back is Gonzalez, and then Gonzalez is pushed off the ball, and that one's going to trickle past the inline for a goal kick. Wildcats started the better team in this game. Played great possession early on. The Plainsmen making all the adjustments at halftime and came out in this second half on fire. Plainsmen looking to play direct once again to Herrera. Herrera has been the spark that the Plainsmen were looking for in the first half, as everything is filtering through him here in the second half. Possession given away. Hyde with the ball here will look to push forward to Christensen. Once again, trying to push forward to Christensen, unable to do so. Reyes was there. Gonzalez now with the ball. Pushed off of the ball by the Plainsman defender, who then kicks the ball off of Gonzalez and out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. Wildcats will look to get this one in. Christensen unable to bring that one in. Heavy touch and giving the ball away. Another break here for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen looking once again to get that ball deep into Herrera. That one played way too centrally and into the hands of Cope. Cope played quickly to Corbin. Corbin then gives away possession once again in the midfield. Another great opportunity here for the Plainsmen, making a couple of moves and cleared away by Caden Pearson. Pearson with the clear. Plainsmen with the ball. Plainsmen looking to make a couple passes in the midfield, able to do so. Trying to play a little 1-2 game, a deep shot taken well over the head of Talon Cope. Couple of substitutions for the Wildcats here. Sika Pongawa coming back in the game. It looks like now Ethan Brady will exit as well. So Pongawa back in, Christensen back in. So Wildcats will have a free kick here, and Cope will play it short. Short to Pearson, back to Cope. Cope will then play it deep and given possession right back away, but unable to make the play where the Plainsmen. There's going to be a foul given and a free kick given at midfield to the Plainsmen, as they've got a player down. Rolling around midfield is number 15, Raymond Gonzalez. Took a bump there. He's back up. Appears to be okay. So now the head official is all the way over at the near sideline talking to Coach Furman. Furman unhappy about the call. Head official is said his piece. Furman said his piece, and we'll resume play. Gonzalez up to take the free kick from midfield. We'll push it all the way towards the 18-yard line. And that ball is cleared away by the Wildcats. Plainsmen regain possession in the midfield. Look to make a play here. Smith pushes the ball forward. Ball pushed back to Casillas. Now the ball will be played all the way back into the midfield. In the back with Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Playing the little 1-2 with his fellow center back. That ball will then be played into the midfield, into a lot of space here for the Plainsmen. That ball is going to be played once again direct. Plainsmen defender in, or attacker in. Talon Cope comes up off of his line and clears that one away. Another foul given. Another foul on the Wildcats in the midfield. Another free kick opportunity here for the Plainsmen. Wildcat side vehemently unhappy about the calls that they've gotten here in the second half. As that ball is going to be pushed all the way in to the hands of Talon Cope off the free kick. Cope directing traffic will push the ball out to Vu. 16 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the game. Wildcats down 3-1. Throw in for the Plainsmen on the far side. Get the ball in. Look to drag this all the way in. It's going to be called offsides. Referee did not see it. Play resumes. That ball cleared away by Cale Wolf. All the way back into the Plainsmen. Plainsmen working it in the midfield. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez will look to push forward once again to Herrera. Herrera looking to get on the end of this. Micah Hyde not having any of it. Bailey Hyde, rather, not having any of it. Hyde will jostle with Herrera, and the ball will go out of bounds for a goal kick. Couple of substitutions for the Wildcats. Pangawa will exit. Brady will look to go back in. Ball played into the middle to Hyde. Hyde. Then we'll look to get back central here. As Corbin will make the play. Push his defender off the ball. Brady will try to save that one from going out of bounds, but it will go out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. Up to take the throw is Armando Vega, who then gives the ball to Gomez. Gomez will get this ball into Casillas. Casillas will look to get this ball inside the box, and it will go well wide of the goal and out of bounds for a goal kick. So Plainsmen content to play possession and play keep away here, up 3-1 with 13 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in this game. Talon Cope will look to play this ball out of the back here. Cope will change his mind. He'll look to push his team forward and tell everybody to get up and play this one deep. Cope with the goal kick. That one not driven too far. Headed out of bounds for a Wildcat throw-in. Wildcats with the throw-in. Up to make the play were the Plainsmen. Plainsmen with possession now in the midfield. That ball's pushed all the way forward to Sanabria. Sanabria back to Smith. Smith back into the midfield. To Casillas. Casillas will be called for a foul. It'll be a free kick for the Wildcats. Wildcats will look to move fast. They push this one deep. Looking for Brady. Brady unable to make the play. Christensen now to Brady. Brady on the sideline. He's taken down, and he's going to get the foul call as the near side official made the call. So the Wildcats with an opportunity here. So Ethan Brady will take the tumble, and the Wildcats will have a free kick just outside of the 18-yard box on the near side. Reyes over to take the free kick. Wildcats will get the free kick in. It's direct on net off the crossbar. Making the diving attempt was Castellanos, and that one goes off the crossbar. That was a great ball in by Reyes and almost capitalizing to make this a one-goal game with 11 minutes and 18 seconds. What an opportunity for the Wildcats. That was a beautiful free kick taken by Reyes. Not sure if he was actually going direct on net, if he was trying to just get it in a dangerous position. Nevertheless, he was able to get his left foot on that one, and that ball was dipping fast, just unable to get down another 5 inches, and that's a goal. So Plainsman will have another free kick opportunity now on the far side of the field, and we'll look to push forward here. Ball's pushed all the way into the box, not cleared away. Free ball at the top of the box, a shot taken, deflected, and then cleared away by the Wildcats. Free kick given for the Wildcats. Wildcats will look to take this one quickly. Kill Wolf standing over this one. Wolf pushes this ball well forward for the Wildcats. Nothing going right at Plainsman defense. Wildcats now with the ball in the midfield. Will earn themselves another free kick here. Look to get everybody forward. Try to get something going here as they nearly made this a one-goal game just a few minutes ago with a beautiful free kick from Ismael Reyes. Wolf stands over this one. Look to push this one forward into the box. Looping ball down free. Now cleared away by the Plainsmen. Plainsmen looking to go fast on the counterattack. They push this ball all the way forward. Pearson back to take it for the Wildcats. Pearson now forward. Under the legs of Christensen. Plainsmen with the ball in the midfield. Plainsman attacker slides down and is going to be called for the foul. So Wildcats with another free kick opportunity, 8:40 and ticking. Wildcats regain possession on the far side. Plainsman player down and rolling around is on the far side. That ball is going to be kicked out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. Several Wildcat players up and off the bench, looking to make their entrance back into the game. Ethan Brady, Ethan Shelton, will re-enter, as well as Pungawa. So Pungawa, Shelton, and Brady back into the game. 7:43 left to go. See if the Wildcats can make a push here. Wildcats with possession on the far side with Pungawa. Pungawa fending off 3 defenders, pushes it back. The ball's played back into the midfield, free and open there. Just unable to get the ball to Brady. Plainsman back with the ball and then pushed all the way forward is Shelton. Shelton with the head, kicked away out of bounds off of Shelton for a Plainsman throw-in. So That last opportunity by Reyes, really the only opportunity the Wildcats have had here in the second half. Just nothing going offensively here in the second half. So Wildcats will regain possession. They look to push this ball all the way forward. It's in the corner, but it's going to go all the way out for a goal kick as they were looking for Brady on the far side. Wildcats now in a 4-3-3 formation. Two central attacking midfielders and a defensive midfielder. It's Corbin in the defensive midfield position. Four in the back as they transition into a more attacking formation with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the second half. Wildcats with the ball, push this one all the way forward for Brady. Brady now in a right wing position. Brady with the ball. Now it looks to get into the box. Looks for an open opportunity. Tries to get it into Shelton. Shelton with the ball. Back to Brady. Brady in the box. See if the Wildcats can do anything with it here. He looks to push it back in. Unable to do so. Cardwell now from his right back position. Unable to get the ball. And now the Wildcats caught out a little bit here as the Plainsmen will look to counterattack. Plainsmen with the ball. Pushing it all the way forward. Getting to that ball is Caden Pearson as he kicks that one away and out of bounds. And now the Wildcats are recovered defensively. Cardwell from his right back position pushed all the way forward there, and the Wildcats were caught out just a little bit, but their senior captain, Pearson, able to stem the tide there for a little bit. Plainsman with the throw in. Plainsman now with a lot of space in the midfield. Ref's going to pull this one all the way back for a Wildcat throw in. Cardwell will come out of the game. Hyde will re-enter. Couple of good minutes there for Cardwell. As we're going to have a substitution on the far side for the Plainsmen, and referee is going to stop the clock as the Plainsmen were taking their time with that substitution. No stoppage time in Oklahoma high school soccer. So the referee smart to stop the clock there. And prevent time wasting by the Plainsmen. Wildcats regain possession. Hyde with the ball looks to get it forward and unable to do so as the Plainsmen clear. Now back in the back with Wolf. Wolf will push this ball all the way forward to Pungawa. Pungawa. Push the ball back to Wolf. Wolf over to Pearson. Pearson looking for Shelton. Unable to get it there. The ball is then cleared once again by the Plainsmen. Wildcats with a sense of urgency here with 2:57 left to go. Ball into Pearson. Pearson's going to push this one all the way forward looking for Shelton. Shelton unable to get his feet on the ball. Plainsmen with the ball. Wildcats earn possession, taken out, and played immediately for the Wildcats. Shot taken and well wide. That was Armando Vega, or rather Felipe Gomez, who took out Ethan Brady. Just a common foul, no card given. Referee whistling to Castellanos to take the goal kick, and he does so. Pearson up from his center back position will look to get this ball forward. Nothing going for the Wildcats. Wildcats with a sense of urgency here, trying to get one back. Nearly got one back not too long ago with beautiful free kick from Reyes, but nothing going outside of that. This ball thrown in all the way back to Cope. Cope pushes the ball forward to Christensen. Christensen over to Reyes. Reyes then looks over for Vu, and that one is going to go out of bounds for a Plainsman throw-in. One minute and 10 seconds left in this game. Looks like the Wildcats are going to take their first loss of the season here in the home opener against the Enid Plainsmen. They will move to 2-1 on the season, 4-1 overall if you count the preseason games, but in the regular season they'll move to 2-1. Got wins over Noble and wins over Choctaw. Both of those games on the road. This ball is played in a dangerous position, and it's going to be a consolation goal for the Plainsmen as that ball was put into a dangerous position. Up to try to make the play was Cope, and kind of went off of his hands and off of the crossbar and in the goal. Off of a free kick that was given on the far end of the field. So with 30 seconds left in this game, the Plainsmen are going to take a 4-1 lead. It's kind of a looping, dangerous ball that was placed in there right on top of Cope, and Cope went up to make the play, just unable to do so as that one went off of the crossbar and in. So now Cope with 5 goals against on the season. He's played really, really well tonight. Just Enid the better team in the second half. Wildcats will look to get this one forward, but we're going to stop the clock here with 6 seconds left. So there's a Plainsman player down on the far end. Nevertheless, that's going to be the game. Plainsmen are going to come down into Enid and split the boys and girls games. The girls, Lady Wildcats taking down the Pacers 3-0, and the boys are going to go down here 4-1 in game number 2. Spring break next week here for the Wildcats here at Piedmont High School, so they'll get a healthy break. So it is Duck Week here in Piedmont, Oklahoma. So Wildcats will look to have one more opportunity here. That ball placed into a dangerous position, headed towards goal, and parried away from Castellanos. Add another one to his night as he's going to make a diving attempt, and he is actually down and hopefully okay as he's being tended to by his fellow Plainsman players over there at the corner of the goal. So it was kind of a dangerous play. Hopefully it's just a cramp. He appears to be okay. He's just kind of stretching it out. So the Plainsmen will come down into Piedmont and take down your Wildcats 4-1 tonight in the home opener. Wildcats will have a bit of a break now, as like I said, spring break is next week. They'll get a week off and come back and get into the thick of the season and get into district play. As Castellanos is limping towards center field right now. Hopefully he's okay. That's going to do it here in Piedmont, Oklahoma. Once again, one final time, the Plainsmen Enid Plainsman take down your Piedmont Wildcats 4-1. We appreciate everybody listening in tonight, wherever you're listening from. Please stay warm and enjoy the rest of your week. It's been a pleasure calling the games here with you tonight. For one final time, Anthony Millendorf, your voice of the Wildcats. Have a good night, everybody.